When Ethereum is not going to be approved, sometime this summer, it'll be very clear to everyone that Ethereum is deemed a crypto asset security, not a commodity. After that, you're going to see that Ethereum, BNB, Solana, Ripple, Cardano, everything down the stack is just a crypto asset security unregistered. None of them will ever be wrapped by a spot ETF. None of them will be accepted by Wall Street. None of them will be accepted by mainstream institutional investors as crypto assets. This is the one universal consensus accepted institutional grade crypto asset in the world.
From Michael Saylor, he's saying Ethereum ETF won't be approved. We'll dig into this throughout this video, so make sure you watch to the end. And with that, what's happening Crypto Crew? Sean's coming back at you with another cryptocurrency video. Without wasting any time, getting straight into it, lawmakers press SEC Chair Gensler to approve the spot Ethereum ETFs. So this is a total 180 from what Michael Saylor just said. There won't be any Ethereum or any other cryptocurrency outside of Bitcoin for a spot ETF approval. Will that be true? Well, let's hear from Jack Mallers. Jack weighed in on this on a recent news interview, and let's hear what his thoughts are. Let's hear from Jack.
What do you think, though, of a ETF, yet more institutional money potentially coming into the smart contract side of the equation?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of any other cryptocurrency outside of Bitcoin, but I think there is a hilarious story as to why this is happening. I mean, I was laughing out loud. It looks like someone went to Gary Gensler and said, hey, buddy, you're not in charge anymore. And you'd have to think why that was. It's because banks and Wall Street are making money, right? Banks get a really bad deal in today's market is they have to buy bonds that are performing awfully. And all of a sudden, they get a free market in this independent crypto thing, and they're actually making money. These markets have life. These markets go up. When governments debase their currency, these things perform well. And they got a taste of Bitcoin, and it was the best performing product that they've ever had. And they're like, oh man, how many other pieces of crap are there out there that we can list as ETFs? And I literally think that's what's happening. It's a way better business to launch crypto ETFs than it is to buy bonds right now based on the macro environment. So I think someone said, hey, Gary, sorry, buddy, despite you thinking that these things are securities, we need to make money. And that's what happened.
Does Jack have a point? Is Gary backed into a corner? Will Gary Gensler cave in and allow these ETFs to start being passed for some of these other cryptocurrency assets? Time will tell. But taking a look at Bitcoin at the current time it's recording, we're at 68,000. We had a little bit of a cool off today. What do we see? What do we anticipate? This is on Bitcoin on the 3-day. There's something that you need to pay attention to and look at. There's two things. So look here. We have this horizontal resistance that we're now sitting at and got rejected from. Now, we can look at this in a multitude of different ways. We've showed you this before. This could be some type of inverse head and shoulders pattern that could be getting ready to play out. That's the first case. The second case is, look at this. This could be some type of triple top area. Now, is this what we anticipate? The RSI right now, it wicked below the 50, but seemed to hold this area strong. The trend is your friend to the end. We are putting in lower lows and lower highs currently. Now, does this mean that we're going to come all the way down and reset? Not necessarily, but you can't take it off the table. This is a triple top pattern, which is extremely bearish, which on the flip side, you could see an inverse head and shoulders pattern, which is extremely bullish. Which way are we going to go? The level you want to pay attention to is where this 20 moving average is on the 3-day, around $65,000. This is around that April 2021 peak. Will we come back down, retest this, and then just have a bump and run? Is that what's in the cards? Got to be patient. Either way, we still think this is a bull market. If you zoom out on the macro, you still see higher highs and higher lows once again. It's not over until it's over as far as this cycle goes, and we don't think we're there quite yet. Another update, you see that there's an $800 billion Standard Charter, which says that Bitcoin is expected to hit a new all-time high by this weekend. What's that mean? That means that From where we are right now, 68,000. Right now, at the current time it's recording, it's Thursday, May 23rd. So seeing a new all-time high, that means Bitcoin would have a bounce up of roughly about 8 to 9%. That'd be over 74,000. Could this happen? Yes, this is not outside the realm of what Bitcoins always did. But zooming out on the Bitcoin dominance, there's a lot of excitement for the alt market, as you see. We've been holding this uptrend since November of last year, putting in higher highs and higher lows. And look what today, this week, what Bitcoin did. It fell through this upwards support line that's been respected. Now, one thing to note is that we did just come back and almost retest that 20 moving average perfectly around the 53.6% level. But zooming out, we can see that we also had this bullish cross. But last time we did this, it stalled out and we had that alt rally. So are we going to see a meltdown since Bitcoin has fell through this? That seems to be what's in the cards. Looking at the total three still looking bullish. We had a little bit of a retracement today. We were at 700 billion, came back to 680, but all we see is the bull market support band is still being respected and held. And zooming out, the trend's your friend until the end once again. And then, top CEO bets on a shock Biden crypto flip as Congress hurdles towards a crucial vote that could blow up the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. So look at this, a shock Biden crypto flip, meaning that if you're not in support of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, I'm not sure how the election process is going to go for you. This is a main topic and a voting topic for the 2024 presidential election.
Today, we have an opportunity to determine whether the next iteration of the internet will be designed by Americans or if it will instead reflect the values of some other nation. The FIT21 Act gives us that opportunity and unlocks a larger conversation beyond innovation. This bill is about national security. It's about consumer protection. It's about global competitiveness. It's about shaping what the future global digital economy looks like and how it functions. Currently, all online transactions are intermediated, but as we move deeper into the digital age, digital assets are key to decentralizing the internet so Americans can transact directly with each other. Now, no intermediary needed. Without crypto, we don't have this ability. And I think giving Americans the choice to do business through an intermediary or directly with each other is important. Having that choice will fundamentally alter the digital economy, unlocking new opportunities for Americans and individuals across the world in ways we haven't even begun to contemplate. However, this Congress can no longer stand by as regulators squander this opportunity right within our grasp. This administration has demonstrated they simply are not willing to allow the digital asset industry to innovate in the United States.
So there you see this gentleman here, Republican from Minnesota, saying that right now, this current administration, talking about Biden's administration, has been basically keeping crypto locked down. They're not an advocate for it. So thus the why you see this Forbes article, why there's going to be a surprise flip as the sentiment is going to change for crypto going throughout 2024. Extremely bullish. But Charles Hoskinson is weighing in on Bitcoin and the overall crypto space. Let's hear the latest from Charles.
Bitcoin needs the industry to survive, and sure as hell needs the exchanges and all the other infrastructure because it's not self-sufficient in that dimension. But the industry doesn't need Bitcoin anymore to survive. It's nice to have a digital asset like Bitcoin that has that reputation and it's digital gold, but remember, at the end of the day, it's a token with a deflationary monetary policy. And so at any given moment, another digital gold can form, and if it has good science behind it, it will be just as secure, if not more so. You know, that's why we spent, in a science-based approach with Cardano, 7 years designing a proof-of-stake protocol. You know, from the GKL model to Ouroboros Classic, the Kraus, to Genesis, and everything that came afterwards, is that we thought a lot as an ecosystem about how do you build a secure consensus protocol that's energy efficient, but also has all the properties that Bitcoin has. And we were very rigorous with this. And the response to the Bitcoin ecosystem was, oh, it's a scam, it doesn't exist, that technology can't exist, and it's perpetual motion, and proof-of-stake is wrong. Okay. I just don't see how that survives. It's a religion. It's not an ecosystem. So no, we don't necessarily need Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is going to have to grow and adapt and change if it wants to survive.
So there you have it from Charles. Will Bitcoin survive? Will Bitcoin just be a 15-year thing and then go away as crypto regulators are getting ready to potentially pass some altcoin ETFs? What's your take? With that, I'm Sean with the Bitcoin Bros. You guys like this content, go ahead and smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and show us some love. We appreciate the support. With that, that's all I have for you today, and I'm out.